Hello and welcome back to Yara's podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about things that I've learned about, when I get my period and things that make it more comfortable and less painful and things like that. But first, I want to talk about what I've been up to. So, first, I came back from my summer vacation trip. It was so fun. As I said in the last episode, I did go visit four cities, but it turns out I have been to Vienna, Austria when I was really young, like 6 months old. And obviously, I don't remember that. When I was in Athens, Greece, I took this full day trip to these three islands. They're called Hydra, Paros, and Aegina. So those are like three extra places that I saw, which were amazing. And yeah, it was just overall great trip. I vlogged the whole experience, like I vlogged the whole trip, but I'm still editing it because there's so many clips. What else I've been up to is I've been watching a lot of movies and it's just so fun. Like I love watching different movies and I'm just obsessed with it. So first of all, I watched Fun Size. It's on Netflix. I really loved it. I watched Murder on the Orient Express. I watched this is not a movie, this is a show, that 90s show, season 2 came out. I watched the whole thing and I'm excited for season 3. And I also watched Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters. And then I watched Meet the Robinsons, which is really cute. I loved it. I also want to talk about some songs I've been loving. I've been loving Rita Ora, Ask and You Shall Receive, and Jade Thirlwall, Angel of My Dreams. I love those songs so much. They're so good. I love Jade's music video so much because it's about her journey from, auditioning, being a singer, and then leaving Little Mix. And I just loved it so much. It like brought tears to my eyes. It was just so beautiful. And Rita Ora, Ask and You Shall Receive is like such a fun song. Like it's such a fun pop. So obviously, I think they're both considered pop, but Ask and You Shall Receive is like, it feels like some sort of like, it's like a summer song. Like it just feels so just happy and I just love dancing to it. It's just so fun. I also watch these two movies that are kind of like more you could say spiritual, you could say. I watched The Shack and The Nines. Now let's get into the topic of the episode. So the episode is going to be about things that I do on my period or right before my period that make it more comfortable for me and less painful. So I'm going to share with you things that make my period better. And everybody's different, not everybody's the same, but maybe you can try something and see if it works for you. So, first is heat. And what I mean by heat is making sure that you feel warm, right? When I feel cold, it makes my cramps hurt and it's not a fun experience. So I make sure that I have socks on. Second thing I'll use for heat is like a heating pad. I have this amazing heating pad. It's from Amazon. You plug it into the wall, and you just use it, and it's just electronic heating pad, which is amazing. I'm pretty sure there's so many new inventions. And then also, what I like to do is make my air conditioner less cold than usual. And then also something else I like to do is I'll get a moisturizer. I'll moisturize especially like my stomach area. You can moisturize your thighs, your back, your feet, whatever it is. So you moisturize and then massage. It really helps. Put on some warm socks and yeah, it just makes me feel cozy and warm. Those are things about heat. So for food, the first thing I want to talk about is water. It's so important to stay hydrated, especially on your period. If you're dehydrated, it makes it worse. It literally makes your cramps worse. And I also switch out coffee for matcha because matcha doesn't dehydrate you as much as coffee. So if I really want some caffeine, I'll just drink matcha. I love to drink chamomile tea, and warm foods are really good, like soup, and also foods that have iron because you're losing blood, so iron foods are really good for you. And the last thing I want to say is I've learned that inflammatory foods make it worse. So they make you like feel bloated and it just makes the pain so much worse. So I try to add more anti-inflammatory food, especially when I'm on my period. It's healthier overall in general to eat anti-inflammatory food in your diet in general, even when you're not on your period. But especially when I'm on my period, I try to make sure that I try to lessen foods that are inflammatory. So, what is an inflammatory food? From the research that I've done, it's basically food that has oil, like fried food, dairy. That's what I've learned, and I really see a difference. So, I'll try to eat more vegetables and more fruits. If I can switch out the cow milk for like almond milk, I'll try to do that. So sometimes I'll just do random research, like, is this good for your period? Like, what's the benefits? Next is lighter movement. I don't push myself too hard, but when I like do a little bit of movement, like stretch my body, do some really light stretches or movement or yoga or just walking, just regular walking. That makes me feel so much better. Next is pain relievers, dissolvable in water. So I'll just take the tablets and put them in water and drink it because sometimes it's hard for me to swallow pills. I don't like swallowing pills. And yeah, so it's just so much easier. When I need them, I take pain relievers and yeah. Next is nighttime. So in nighttime, what I suggest is just this simple thing. I think most people know about it, but yeah, just use bigger pads at night so you don't feel anxious or worried about leaking. And even if you leaked a little bit, it's fine. But when you have pads, bigger pads, it makes you just feel more comfortable. And yeah, I think it just takes away the worry and the stress of, oh my God, did I leak? Or is there any blood on my bed? Oh, and I also forgot, if you can take, I literally forgot about this. Take a warm shower. Oh my God, this is supposed to be in the heat. But yeah, I forgot to say that you can take a warm shower. But what's most important that I found out is right after your shower, when you step out, it can feel really cold in the room. So make sure you get warm as soon as possible and use a hair dryer for your hair if you can. Next, I want to say the 5 things I'm grateful for. So having a period is a blessing, and even though it's sometimes can be painful, I think it's a beautiful thing at the end of the day, and it's a natural thing and it's beautiful. Next is I'm grateful for the trip that I just took. It was so fun and I'm so excited for, the vlog to be up soon. Next, I'm grateful for YouTube. I think YouTube has so much content on it, and I love watching content and I love making content in YouTube. So I love YouTube. Next is hot Cheetos is on that list, and the last thing is laughter. Last thing I want to say is a positive quote. I found this quote on Pinterest about the period. So I literally searched like period quote. But yes, this is what I want to say, and then I'm gonna end off the episode. Tracy Lockwood. It says, society has placed a taboo surrounding periods and menstrual health as if we should be ashamed of this natural and miraculous process that ultimately kept the human species alive. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And again, I wanted to say that this is from my experience. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And that's it. Thank you for listening. Bye.